Welcome back to Just Josh and Jakota. I'm Josh, that's Jakota, and this here, some poppity pop popcorn chicken.
Man, dude, it's so good. I remember when it first came out.
Yeah, me too. And I was like...
Or wait, no, sorry. It was chubby chicken from A&W. I remember when that came out because I got one of those...
burgers.
I got one of those birds, stuffed animal.
Oh, yeah.
Chubby chicken birds.
I don't want to eat all your chicken, though.
That's okay. You can take what you want and I'll eat the rest.
I want it all. Last week, I don't know how well you could hear us, but now you can hear us chewing and swallowing, hopefully. Because we got new microphones. And with those new microphones, we're going to talk about the most bizarre person in our life. This was a question submitted by Patty G.
Can I tell you something that happened to me that was bizarre today?
Sure. Wait, did you get a haircut?
I did.
Dude, are you bald?
I am.
Are you? Oh. Dude, for a second, I was like, wait a minute.
No, I gave myself a haircut, and then you know when you mess up, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go higher, and lower.
Sure,
that's what happened. But it worked out in the end. If it were styled,
yeah, it
would look fine. I look like I got the Kim Jong-un. You know what I mean? Dude, something happened to me. Someone drew on my truck today.
Yeah?
Yeah, claimed to have known you.
Yeah, he just texted me. He thought I still had it. He thought it was mine still. He texted me, he's like, hey, did you sell your Dakota? I said, yeah, my brother has it now. And he says, oh, I can't remember what he said. He's like, I was gonna draw all over it, and then I was like, wait a minute, maybe I should text him first because I haven't driven it in how long, right? So
right,
yeah. So you talked to him then? Yeah. Wait, did you come out to him like drawing on it?
Yeah, I wish. Here's the thing, it was shit. It wasn't even good. Oh yeah, I had these thick tipped in my car. Well, thanks, dude. You know. Thanks for drawing on my truck, dude.
He thought it was mine, though.
No, I get that.
And if it was mine, I wouldn't have cared. I would have thought it was funny.
I did think it was funny until I saw it.
It's not good?
No. It's not good.
Well.
That's the only reason why I'm...
Did he say sorry?
I'm like, no. No. He was just describing how he did it.
Oh man, is this your truck? Oh, well, what I did is...
Yeah, I didn't know that it was 3 lines until I left. No, until he showed me. And then I was like...
Oh, he didn't even draw anything?
He drew 3 lines.
Like, he didn't draw a picture, though?
No.
Oh.
But it was like not straight at all. So it was like, shit. And it's in an area where I haven't had anything there.
Well, erase it. He probably didn't use paint markers.
No, I used Sharpie, which I went to the car wash after, and it didn't come off.
Oh, well, it will come off if... well, it'll come off before anything else. It's alcohol-based, so you can just get it off with basically anything. If people don't know what we're talking about, Dakota has this truck that I used to have. I had this Dodge... This is a bizarre thing that happened to me, but it's not a bizarre... I don't know the people. I know a little bit about them because I still have a book that has their daughter's name in it that they left in it. These folks came to my house in the middle of the country.
Any more of this?
No, go. That's yours.
Dude, delicious.
In the middle of the country. I'm an idiot for leaving my keys in there, I guess. But like...
It was your property. So.
It's my property. I can do what I want, and I should be able to do whatever I want. People shouldn't steal is the problem. Not people leaving keys in the car is no problem. Because guess how many times I've stolen a car with keys in it? 0 times. 0 times total. My whole life.
Yeah.
Anyway, they came in. I heard it. I know I heard it because it's a loud truck.
Ah, China. Ah. Okay, it's gone.
That was bizarre.
Wait, you never get angina?
No, I do. I was diagnosed with some sort of angina. I forget what it's called though.
All right, sorry.
Dude, remember when we were kids and I would just like,
Yeah?
oh, okay, yeah. So why did you ask?
Yeah, well, I didn't know if you knew what it was.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so they come to my house, started up. I heard it, but I was snoozing. So I thought maybe it was in my dream or something. Then Ashley in the morning, she goes, Josh, wake up. Someone stole your truck. And I was like, oh, yeah, I thought so.
Bummer.
I thought so. I was hoping I was too lazy to get up and check.
Shit.
Because I could have just taken my other truck and chased them.
Right? That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been. So, anyway, I didn't catch them. You know what happens, though? I make a police report. Make a Facebook post. Whatever. Probably, I think it was the next day, if I remember correctly, the next day I get a phone call from some lady in White Court. Okay, so it's like 2 hours away, something like that. Hey, are you Josh? Yeah, someone brought in your wallet. They found it out in the parking lot. Oh, okay, perfect. I forgot I had my wallet in there.
Shit. So
they
threw it.
Yeah, they threw it out. Everything was in there. I didn't have credit cards or anything, and they probably took my cash if I had cash in there, but I don't remember. But
no, I'm sure they left it.
No, I mean there was no cash, but I don't remember if I had cash. So they didn't take my debit card or nothing.
You can't do shit with debit cards.
Well, at the time you couldn't because there was no tap yet, but you could now.
Oh yeah.
Up to $100, I think.
You can actually extend that if you want.
Oh, I don't have it extended. Dude, my bank that I've had since I was, 7 years old, they are starting to screw me, and I'm starting to get kind of like, you know what?
Screw you how?
Well, okay, so my bank fees used to cost $8 a month.
Right.
Now guess how much they cost?
14.
24.
Oh, I thought mine was bad.
24. Yeah. So I was like, oh, well then I'll just do a basic.
Mine's 14.
I'll do a basic account.
Right.
And then I was like, and then the basic account is like $12 or $13, something like that. So then I was like, screw you. I'm not going to use you for anything. So I just have it to pay my phone bill and my whatever direct deposit bills. Right. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that I didn't put any money in there. So my phone company tried to take money for the bill. Right. And there was none in there. So then I get charged $45 insufficient funds fee.
What?
$45.
That is so greasy.
Yeah. So I was there the other day. Not
Dude.
Doesn't that piss you off?
That's so messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I go there to change the... Yeah, how does that make sense? Hold on. You have no money. We're going to charge you money for that. What
is the fee for? Because what is the inconvenience to the bank?
Well, probably they still have to make the transaction, but like that should cost like what? It's all like automatic. So, okay, so someone has to say, okay, this is normal and this is what's supposed to happen. So what? That takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds? Okay, charge me $5. And even that's too much. $45?
Why is there a charge?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
It's very American. So anyway, I go to the bank to be like, hey, I don't want this account anymore. I closed 5 accounts with them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I was like, what? I took out all my RRSPs and all that stuff. I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with you at all. I was like, I've been with you. I'm like, wait, can you check for me? And I forget what it is, 14 years or something, whatever it is. It was like, do you have a new CEO? And she's like, no, it's whatever his name was. I have no idea.
Right.
He's the guy who does all the the commercials and stuff. You hear him on the radio and shit. Oh, we are a fan of small business and this and that and blah blah blah.
Right.
And I was like, okay. I'm like, so what? Why does this cost so much more suddenly? Well, inflation and that and that and this and that. I'm like, okay. So I waited in this line like 25 minutes to speak with you. will this fee pay for someone to sit here and here? So like this lineup isn't here. And she's like, I mean, but she just works there, right? She doesn't know. But I'm genuinely curious. I'm like, I need to know where this is going because I'm going to leave. Because like I may as well get what the big banks can give me for the same price,
Right.
which is way more than you can offer me because they're just a little treasury branch. They're not a bank.
Right.
So I'm like, let me get like some, fill me in here. I just opened a corporation shit like however long ago. That was such a pain in the ass. And I was like, is it normally this shitty? Like, why is this so hard? I can't link my PayPal. I can't link my whatever those other pay things are to this.
Right.
I'm like, so no one can pay me, or they can pay me, and then it's held for 90 days.
What?
I was like, how am I supposed to, like, I was like, listen, this is not your fault, but I'm very sick. I can't work. So I sell art. People don't need art. So I don't sell a lot of it.
Right.
So when I do sell it, I need that money right now. I got bills to pay. And I'm like, you can't sympathize with my situation because you work here and you don't care. But listen,
Jeez.
you can't pretend to be for the little guy and then be like, you know what? $45 because you decided.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
$45 for what?
I don't know.
That's like...
But why is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's like if I had... That's like if I had... I can't even think of anything. That pisses me off.
Me too. I was super
What the
pissed.
hell?
I was super pissed.
Super pissed.
Anyway, so my wallet, I call the cops. I'm like, hey, cops, my wallet was found at whatever the business is called in White Court. Maybe this is a lead for where the truck is. Okay, we'll mark that down in the file. Cool. End of the month. This has been 30 days now. Get another call. Hey, this is Roger over here at the...
In his auction market.
I did kind of sound like that guy. I don't remember what that guy's name was, but that totally... Anyways, he just sounded like a tow truck driver, right? Hey, I'm going to crush your car here if you don't come get it. And I was like, wait, what?
What?
What car do you have? Silver, what is this? Dodge Dakota. Yeah, Dodge Dakota here. Yeah, 5.9 looks like. Yeah, could you let me know if you want to come get this? Yeah, where are you? Oh, yeah, we're just out here in Prairie River. Yeah, I'm at whatever address. I'm like, okay, I'll come right now. Drive 6 hours over there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why I made that sound because I was not driving that truck, obviously. I was driving Ashley's stupid car. Right? Drive over there. Find where it's at. He's not there. And I was like, what the heck? Call him up. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I was sleeping. I was like, what? Okay, so you're just out, not at work or like, what? Okay, whatever. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm like, so he comes. He's like, oh, yeah. I pulled this out of a farmer's field about 30 days ago. And I was like, 30 days ago? Wait a minute. Did you tell the RCMP, the cops that like you had this? He's like, yeah, they actually are the ones who told me to come get it. And I was just like, wait a minute.
What?
So the next day that my wallet was found, I call you, Mr. Copper, and you don't call me or you don't say, hey, whatever. They found it the next morning.
What?
Had it sit impound. So I called the police back and I said, hey, let me talk to whatever, Detective Bitch Face.
Yeah.
Hey, where's my truck? Any leads on that? Oh, no, we actually don't have. I have your whatever on my desk. I'm like, yeah, well, I freaking found it. Guess how? It's here at freaking this guy's towing yard. The freaking cops over there in Prairie River didn't communicate with our cops. And so it was $1,300.
But
Yeah, $1,300 that I had to pay. Luckily, I got almost all of it back. I just had to pay for the day that it was impounded.
what? How?
Because I would have had to pay that regardless.
Oh, right.
Right? So I was like, all right, that's fine. Also,
How come you didn't have to
that's a
pay?
freaking racket.
Who gave you?
You should have just called me Mr. Cop and I would have driven it out of the freaking farmer's field.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah. Like, if the farmer was okay, like he was combining or something. I don't know what. But anyway,
I feel like
doesn't that piss you off?
I feel like cops are just
they suck.
useless.
Almost all of them are not good.
I would agree.
I mean, hold on. Let's say this. The ones that I've experienced, probably the ones you've experienced, I would say almost all of them it has been negative. Of course, most of the time I'm doing something wrong, at least in the eyes of the law. I think that a lot of laws should not exist.
I've dealt with some pretty decent cops around here. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about a good cop and a bad cop. Okay. If say there's 5 cops at a scene or whatever, one cop is beating the shit out of somebody unjustly, let's say.
Yeah, there's no good cops watching it happen.
Correct.
Doesn't matter.
If they're all standing around not doing anything to stop that,
They're all bad cops.
They're all bad. They're all bad.
They're all bad. There might be some sort of extenuating circumstance where someone could like convince me otherwise, but you'd have to be very compelling with your argument.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Cops suck a lot of the time. Not all of them, but they're certainly not going to allow a good cop ruin their image.
Of course.
They want nothing to do with anything civilians have concern about. They're just there for a job and to like dominate, shall I say, right? Anyway, that's my opinion, and that's your opinion. But if someone else has a different opinion, argue with us in the comments.
Yeah, for real. Well, what if we didn't have cops? Well, then we would all have guns probably, and we'd all be protecting ourselves.
It might be the Wild West again. That's actually an argument that our brother Ken has brought up with me. Because like I was driving with Mom and Ken, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, give those guys the finger."
What, you said that?
Yeah. And she was like, "Baloney." And then she was like, "If it wasn't for the police, blah, 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 this and that." I'm like, okay, fair enough sometimes. But like also, if it wasn't just for bad guys, but we wouldn't have to worry about it either. And cops happen to be bad guys too. So
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I was just trying to joke with her, right? Anyway, so I get my truck back and it's scratched to shit because they drove it into like the brambles. And because they were hiding it because they probably wanted to keep it. I don't know if they were going to chop it or what, but they wanted to keep it. And then the farmer woke up at like 4 a.m. or whatever. Who knows, right?
What? And then they got out of the car? Oh, they stashed it there.
Yeah. And then they walked home or whatever. I don't know what they did, but they left their kids
in the car.
No. Okay, but I had racing seats in there, right? Where they hug you, like they're buckets, right? So there's buckets part here, not like extreme racing. They're more so aesthetics, but you know, if you have a helmet on there, you're not going to be able to do a lot of jumbling around, right? And also you fit snug, right? I was like 100.
So this person
20 pounds. Whoever sat in there, fat, because they were like the butt like this. So that's why they're not in there anymore because they're ruined.
Way.
That must have been so uncomfortable for them to drive that.
How embarrassing!
Hilarious. Yeah. So they had cigarettes and
in the truck.
Yeah, like in the ashtray.
Is that why there's burn marks in the truck?
The burn marks were already there from the previous owner, but I wouldn't be surprised if they left more. But anyways, they scratched the crap out of the truck.
Do you want this fat piece of chicken?
Yeah.
There you go.
Of course.
There you go.
I wouldn't have wanted it if it was one that you already ate out of.
Oh, that was delicious.
So, scratches all over the truck, and I was bummed. I had already bought another one, a 98, 99 or 98 or 99, a blue one.
Right.
And it just wasn't the same. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. It was different interior, right? It was blue. it still had the stickers on it and stuff, and I was just like, I like it when it's just plain, or I do my thing.
Sure.
Right? Although, like, I would take, like, Ashley's brother, he just had, like, what did he have? I can't remember, but a four-banger car. So I would let him drive it because he liked driving it. And we were going, where were we? I can't remember. But some guy in, like, a decently quick car. Like, the Dodge Dakota is not super fast, but it's pretty fast.
Not really.
And it just depends. It's just got...
It's got some...
It was good for its day. It's not good anymore. I suppose. Right?
Yeah.
So someone pulls up. I can't remember what they were driving, like an Acura NSX or something.
Oh, okay.
So again, not a fast car, but not a slow car either. And he like comes up, and you can tell he wants to race. So I was like, I did a Vin Diesel, smoke him.
No,
I didn't. No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't. I was like, he was like, what's the retail on one of those? And then this guy was like, more than you can afford. Acura. No, that didn't happen. I did just watch Fast and Furious though the other day.
That's such a good movie. The first one is my favorite, and then I think the second one, Fast Too Furious, and then third one is
Tokyo Drift is where it kind of changed.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift. Yeah, it was kind of whack.
I like them all. I do not like number 9. That's the worst one. I don't like the first part of number 10.
I don't think I've seen 10, 9, 8. I kind of like...
It's the sad one.
The one where Paul Walker drives away, that's the last one I saw.
8.
8?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's 7.
7. I don't know. Yeah, that one.
That one made Ashley cry.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why? Because of the song?
Mm-hmm. Probably. He just drives it this way. I honestly wish that he was driving, I don't know why, but he drives a Supra, right? He drives a Supra away.
Who? Oh, yeah, he did.
Right? It's a white Supra.
Yeah, it was
I was
nice.
like, man.
Why the Supra? What was it because he gave Vin Diesel a Supra?
Maybe. I wish that he was driving
the Mitsu? Yeah, that would have been nice.
No. Well, that actually would have been kind of cool too, because that's the first car.
I love that car, dude.
Or the Lightning.
So iconic. Yeah, the Lightning was nice too.
No, if he was driving the GTR, right? Because the Skyline.
The Skyline,
right?
The blue one.
Yeah, or any whatever, whichever one. To me, that would have been better. But there was probably some sort of like
the Skyline.
Whatever. Apparently, the Supra was his favorite car in real life. Maybe.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. But he also had a lot of Fox body Mustangs.
Those are so nice, though. The Supras.
Oh yeah,
it's one of my favorite cars.
Same. Anyway, there's like a million asides to this freaking story. I'm like, hey, he wants to race. And then he goes, really? I'm like, yeah, stomp on it. And he's like, what? I'm like, as soon as it turns green, all the way to the floor. And like, he's still a kid, right? At this point. Like, I think maybe he's 16 or something. And so he's there waiting, and he's a little nervous because he never street raced before. But I'm like, dude, well, I already looked. There's no cops. It's fine. It's not dangerous. It's only dangerous for us, and he's dangerous for him. He doesn't have to race. Right. You don't have to race either, by the way. Light turns green, and it just goes sideways. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, dude, when it does that, maybe counter steer so you stay straight. Yeah, but we're just in the middle of the intersection, just sideways.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And dude he was gone.
Dude, that's like when you mess up in like Gran Turismo or something.
Uh-huh.
That's embarrassing. Damn, dude. Oh no. Dude, that's funny. I like that.
Sorry if this chewing is annoying for you guys.
I don't think so.
We've never eaten on the...
What do you think about the...
Great. Love it. I saw that people were already giving feedback and stuff.
Were they?
We need bigger sizes, apparently.
It's as big as they go.
Oh, you have them all the options.
All the options are ticked off.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, it's got all these scratches on it, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to draw on it. And that's how the drawing came to be. So I drew I don't know. I've had 2 iterations. I drew it all up, all the way on one side. On the tailgate, I actually started with the tailgate because I wasn't sure. It's like, is this going to look good?
The tailgate was pretty cool.
And then I went around on the back end of the other side. And then that's where I left it. And then the sun and stuff, like I worked. So I would use it for work. And I was like, that's why I got it, because I needed a pickup.
Right.
Because I had cars before. And then I was just like, it's too small. Get a bigger truck. So then I didn't drive it very often because I worked every day almost. Right. And then on the days that I didn't work, I was in the shop making stuff, painting stuff. So sat in the sun. I didn't park it inside because inside was where I had my workshop and studio. So it got all faded, and then I drew something else on it. And then that's when you got it, and it's faded a lot, and you've changed stuff. And
and then this guy just comes up.
Freaking, yeah, now you have a...
Hey, man, I drew on your truck. I didn't think he was serious. I was like, that's so absurd. Because, like, this is mine.
Yeah, but you thought it was mine.
He was like, hey, I'm Josh. I was like, that's my brother's name. Yeah, I know your brother. I was like, oh. Cool. Yeah, I thought he still drove this. No, I bought it. Oh, I drew on it. Oh, really? I thought he was joking. That's such an absurd thing to say. By the way, I'm going to tell you that I vandalized your car.
Dude, that cracks me up because...
I don't actually care because I can just take it off.
Yeah, you can just take it off.
I'm just...
It would be different if it didn't...
I'm flabbergasted that someone would do that.
Well, because I'm good friends with him. So...
yeah, but still,
if he
was an artist and knew what he was doing, I would be like, dude, why didn't you do more? This was the opposite of that.
Are you inviting people who are good at drawing to draw on your truck?
Honestly, if I found something that was cool on the truck, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, I wonder who drew it. But if it's shit, dude, just don't. You might as well, if you wanted to, maybe draw it on a piece of paper first and be like, hey, man, here's my concept. If you want to put it on there, dude, hit me up. That's fine. Oh, hey, I know your brother. You want to do a collaboration? Any of these situations are fine. Not, you saw my truck at Walmart. Wait, man, I need to draw something.
Dude, that's what you get for shopping at Walmart.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, so who's the most bizarre person you think that you've met or that's in your life currently?
I have a couple. And when I mean bizarre, I mean like, what is the measuring?
I don't know. I would say like, I don't know, as minimal, perhaps, let's say. As minimal as, I don't know if you remember that guy, but Bernie, who ordered the Great Canadian.
Bernie. Oh,
with the tow truck
beard. The beard. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. As minimal as him, because he wasn't that odd, but he was a little eccentric, all the way up to sky's the limit.
Okay, then that's a pretty...
No one knows who freaking Bernie is. So
excuse me. That's a pretty large scale, so that's fine. Okay, so I have a couple. Okay, and I'm afraid that... I swear they're probably both on the spectrum, so it might make me look kind of bad.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but being on the spectrum is not a hey, you're off limits. You're still a person, and you still.
And I'm not even saying that like maybe I should have said that differently. But like if I sound like I'm coming off as a hater or whatever, and you're like, hey, no, dude, they knew what they're doing.
Oh. Sure.
100%.
Wait, are you talking about Smeagol?
Yes! Yes! Yeah, him. Yeah, for sure.
He 100% knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because he did it for kicks.
He did it for lols.
But he didn't always, because everyone has like a weirdness to them that they don't want people to know about. But this kid
exploited himself.
Dude, he loved it.
Dude, let me tell you this. Let me tell you something. So he let's give them some context, I guess. So Smeagol was a kid that was in the anger management class.
Yeah.
And we were in the Maranatha program, which is like just a Christian.
Yeah. Public school, but Christian.
Right. So we were right next to them, sort of.
Yeah, they put the Christians with the angry kids. Because this school also had a French immersion.
French and
regular English.
Yeah. So he would actually come into our classroom to, when he wasn't all angered up, he would come to
our classroom.
Right. And I probably shouldn't have said that because what's that supposed to mean?
But we also had other kids in our class too. One of our best friends
was in the anger management class.
And yeah.
He actually,
he needed that class.
Yeah. I agree. I remember when Smeagol, and guys, he insisted on being called that.
Yes, that was his. I don't know who started that name, but that was he would sign his work as Smeagol.
Yeah, that's true.
That was his own.
Yeah, he was skinny, had dark hair, but never washed it.
And that was the thing.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved that. He was very proud of
how long he could go
without showering.
And then I remember one time he's like, his comes in all silky clean. Dude, you washed your hair. Yeah, my dad
made me. Yeah. It looked like in Archie comics, you know how Reggie has like a grease top or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It was super greasy all the time.
And he would always go like this.
Yes, he would. He would
to make it stick up.
Yeah. See, like strange, right? Like, that's very strange.
He was strange, but yeah, go on.
I remember one time we were in the split class. Smeagol comes in, and he would like distract the kids, and he would be distracting. So he actually got moved right in front of the teachers, right in front of the teacher's desk. So if the teacher's desk was right here, he had to sit right here facing the teacher.
Yeah, he did. He totally did.
Yeah. So one time,
all the desks are like in rows,
right,
and then he's right here.
he was a nuisance. Like
he totally was.
He did that to himself. So. Anyways, so like he would bring in his own reading material, and I guess we had, what was it, Deer. Yeah. Diligent. I don't know.
Something
about reading.
Yeah.
Every day, diligently. I don't know. Deer.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was after lunch.
Wow, I would never have remembered that.
What?
I don't remember that schedule. I don't remember the schedule, but
yeah, it was after lunch.
I don't remember that.
I think it was because like you went outside, got all hyper if you have recess and shit. I mean, in junior high, not so much, but I don't know. And then you would. I remember, one of our good friends also in that class. He would always have his music on because you could listen to music while you read, and it would just be like. You could just hear it, and he'd be like this. You can reading freaking highlights and shit.
Yeah. Highlights was great.
And he'd be like, hey, what? Dude, we can all hear that. Oh, okay. He was so proud because they were like Bose or something.
Right.
Like they were real expensive, high quality. So he's like, oh yeah, the sound.
Dude, that's awesome.
There
So Smeagol's reading his book or whatever. And I had to like sharpen my pencil or something. And I guess there was a sharpener there. And I guess there was two sharpeners, I think, in the class. I guess I chose the one. Or I think I had to ask. I was in the vicinity of Smeagol and the teacher, around the desk. I sat somewhere on the left hand side of the classroom. This was on the right in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I took I was kind of looking at what Smeagol was reading just because, like, I don't know, he was kind of like,
yeah, he's reading it. You're sharpening your pencil.
Yeah, and I look, and then all of a sudden, like, I see like tits everywhere, and I was like, "What?" It was like animated, like, what is that called? The Japanese cartoon manga, but it was like with a bunch of naked chicks and stuff.
Oh, I don't.
Naked anime
manga, I think.
Manga? Yeah, okay. And I was like, dude, I was like, what the what the hell are you reading? Like, I was just to like, he was like, no. Right. But I didn't like rat him out or anything, but like I wanted him to think that I was about to rat him out.
Right.
Dude, and I got him so on edge. It was so funny. It was so funny because I didn't care, like I don't care what he's reading, whatever. But like he was like, no. He's like putting it down. Like, no. I was like, hey, yeah. He was just saying, not even got him scared, dude. It was funny. Anyways, very strange person. There was so that was number one. I have another one if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the swords?
No, that's a different story. But there's another person.
Okay. Hold on. The swords, though.
Yeah, I've told the story. I've told that story.
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh, frick, dude, that's the best. Okay, go back through the episodes, try to find it, because that story is, I don't know if we told it good, but I think that was one of the best classroom experiences of my life.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Let's tell it again real quick, just to recap. So, Smeagol, everyone in the class had to write a story about, like, that was kind of like a diary, but it could be fiction, maybe?
I'm not sure, because I don't even remember what my story was.
Me neither, but he told his story like as if it happened.
Right, like it was, exactly.
Yeah, and it was
journal
about
style.
Yeah, journal style. So he would be like, for example, I don't remember what he wrote exactly, but he'd be like, me and my cousin were sword fighting, right? And he's reading it all monotone, right?
Right, yeah.
Me and my cousin are playing with swords, and when we were playing with the swords, he cut off all my fingers. And then when he cut off all my fingers, I tried to put them back on, but I couldn't. So then I went to bed. But then he put swords in my bed, and he cut me all up.
Yeah. Something very similar to that.
Yeah.
And then I started juggling the swords. Yes. Dude,
So classroom, he's like this. You're over there. If I'm in Smeagol, you're over. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He's reading at the front.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
thought he was reading at his desk. I could have sworn he was reading at his desk, because I looked back at him multiple times, and he would look at me and smile with his goony smile, because he knew what he was doing, reading his story, making me laugh.
Yeah. And I was sitting at the front, almost at the front. There was one more person in front of me.
You were to the right of me.
Yeah, I was all the way to the right of the classroom, right? Freaking Alyssa sat in front of me, then it was me, then it was Ashley, then it was so-and-so, and so on and so forth. I'm looking at you, and you're like this.
Yeah.
Your shoulders are just... and like, I'm laughing already because it's such a stupid story.
Crazy story.
But then you laughing is making me laugh out loud,
right?
Which is making Miss Heiss like not having it.
Right. She was pissed.
And you are laughing like silently at first, and she's like telling you, stop being rude.
Right.
Why are you laughing at his story? He's just trying to tell a story.
The story was so bizarre.
But then the more and more like body parts got cut off, and the more he just was like
saying
how much
bleeding everywhere, and like very descriptive.
I had to change my sheets because they were full of blood.
Yeah.
So then she's like, I remember her. Yeah, because she was at the front, so she's looking at me like. And then she's looking at you like we're making fun of this kid for telling the story. Because not many people are laughing, but they're kind of laughing. Right. But no one's having the reaction that we are.
Right.
So she makes you leave.
Yeah.
She's like, get out of here.
I had to leave the class.
And what's her name was out. I don't know why. I think she maybe... One of our classmates was outside, up the stairs on the bench. And you went outside and... You're like walking to the door like this,
right?
And as soon as you get to the door, you just go, right? And then you try to like climb the stairs, but you can't. You're too weak. And then this girl is like, "What? Why are you laughing?" You're just, every time you try to say it, you just burst out laughing, and then you're on the stairs like this. And so Miss Heiss goes over, closes the door, but we can still hear you.
I was laughing so hard. I tried to come back into the classroom, and every time that I
open the door, you just burst out laughing.
I had to leave again, and like Miss Heiss was pissed, dude. I went to the bathroom, and I splashed water on my face, so that I was laughing in the bathroom, trying to like hold myself together, but I couldn't. Every time that I tried to even walk close to the classroom, because you had to go up these like 15 stairs.
Yeah.
Walk at least 20 feet, and then here's the bathroom, right? Dude, I was on the ground by the bench for a long time laughing my face off. Dude, she came out and yelled at me, dude. She was like, "What? Like, if you don't stop laughing," she threatened
Like detention or something?
Yeah, stuff like you'll have to go to the office, and it probably took me like 30 minutes
At least.
to stop laughing, and it was like belly laughing, dude. The other teachers started questioning like why I was
like
I was disrupting the
Mr.
whole
Shock
the
and
whole
whoever else,
school. I guess the grade 3s and
At the other side of the...
so like you know how it's up the stairs and then here's the bathroom, and then
go down the hallway and go down the other
so
hallway.
like these
The French classes.
the French class, the French
grade
class.
4 and 5 and the
Whatever
grade
it was.
3s were next to them.
Yeah, so they all heard
Dude, that's...
because I was cackling. I think probably the bathroom projectiled the
yeah, because it was echoing.
yeah, for sure. And they heard me laughing there. And
Dude, that's the best.
People came up to me, like, asked me what was so funny.
And you were like,
it's so stupid.
And like, how
it
would
was a
you even
story.
tell them?
No,
Like,
I don't even remember what my responses were, but like people were asking me, and like,
dude, in the library was there too.
left their classroom to see who I was laughing. Right? They left their classroom. I can't remember her name, but she was like, "Oh my god!" She left. She had the short hair and glasses. I can't remember. She was in grade 9. And
Wait, student?
Yeah, she was Jessica. Maybe I can't remember what her name was.
Grade 9.
Yeah.
Hold on. She was in grade 9. Hold on. I remember. Austin's sister?
Not her. Her best friend. Yeah.
Right, I can't remember her name either.
Yeah,
but yeah,
her.
she looked, black
she had
hair.
Black hair? I thought it was brown.
Or maybe brown, dark.
Brown and glasses. She had glasses.
Wait,
or was
glasses.
it? Or was it? I thought maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Anyways, this chick came out who I knew, and she said she had to go to the bathroom, but
She probably just was like...
wanted to know who this kid was that's laughing his face off. Like literally, I couldn't sustain my legs.
No, you couldn't. You were like climbing the stairs like this.
Yeah, like a zombie.
And you didn't even get that far.
How do you know this? Did you see me?
Yeah, because our classroom was right in front of those steps.
Oh, because you saw me through the door wasn't closed yet.
Right. So close the doors after, because
because I kept laughing.
Liz was trying to ask you, because she was on the bench, right?
Oh, right.
And she was trying to ask you,
right.
Why are you laughing?
Right.
What is it? And you couldn't, you were talking, but then you interrupted yourself with more laughing.
It's so weird. And like if we were to read the story today, I probably wouldn't even be.
No, it's
that funny.
It's not a funny story.
It's just absurd because
It's funny 'cause
it was portrayed as real.
And he read it. And if you guys could just imagine his smile, his goofy smile.
Monotone
And
voice.
he's just, hilarious.
Hilarious.
Okay, who's the other guy?
Okay, so there was so I went to school in the States,
Right.
and I think it was my second year there, and there was this kid. I don't know if I want to say his real name, but he was like he definitely had. He was deaf for sure. He told me that he had Asperger's. Okay. He told me. Okay. But he, man, people would tell him to like say things to girls. And then he had no problem going up to them and saying, hey, whatever the person told him to say, right? Had no fear when it came to that type of shit, right? But like he was man, they were bad influences, obviously.
Right.
Bad influences. Thank God there were some people that would stick up for him. And he told me, so like I would talk with him because he was in one of my classes.
Okay.
And he would come up to me and I would talk to him and, you know, I'd be like, hey man, what's up? Hey, did you slang any girls today? Or, you know, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, nope, not today, but you know, thinking about getting some at lunch. You know what I mean? Right. Like, so, like he was fun to be around, but like he was weird, man. He was weird because like he probably didn't have any real friends, so like he always tried to like be accepted, but people liked him. It was very strange. It was.
So he was like a drifting type guy.
Yes, but like people liked him because he was hilarious.
Right.
Because he had the confidence of everyone. I'm sure wish they had that type of confidence.
Right.
Hey, go tell her that whatever. Right. It was almost always real bad shit.
Right.
Okay. But he had no problem doing it. Dude, I can't even believe this. So let me give you an example of how much he was liked. But also there was people that were assholes. But dude, I can't believe it. I also voted for him as well. But he fucking won prom king.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So everyone, the school, how that works is you vote.
Sure. Yeah.
You have to have nominees or whatever.
Right.
And then the nominees, you vote for I don't know how that works.
Right.
It's a voting system.
Right.
People have to physically write down his name. Right. And so he freaking won, dude. So when there was the pep rally and then when it was announced, dude, it erupted the freaking whole, everyone lost their fucking minds, dude. They jumped off the bleachers and ran towards him and like celebrated him.
Yeah.
And it was like a movie moment. It was quite awesome.
Yeah, that's an American thing, the prom king and queen sort of thing, right?
Yeah. And pep rallies, I guess too, right? That's probably an American thing.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah, but very strange dude. But I was nice to him. So if there was ever,
aren't you like when you think back of how like kids were bullied and so, aren't you glad that you weren't?
Oh no, because there were, oh man. There are things where I look back and I'm just like, oh, I could have treated this person a lot better. There are definitely things, dude. My ex-girlfriend called me a bully, and I was like, really? Like, well, yeah, just because the things that you talk about people. And I was like, yeah, okay, well, I'm there to make people laugh. It's not like I mean any of these things that I'm saying, right? Like if I'm roasting somebody, I'm sorry. That's
for fun.
Like I'm sorry. That's just. You're getting roasted. If you're wearing bright pink leopard pants and you're not and you don't want the fire, dude, don't wear the pants, dude. That's just, dude, you're fair game if you're asking for it. That's in my opinion. Okay. Just like I have these in my ears.
And people make fun of you all the time.
And is that bullying? No, I'm wearing these things.
It's bullying, but it's expected.
I'm asking for it, dude. If I had a big forehead tattoo, and then I was surprised that people were gawking at me and looking at me and going, the audacity of me to expect you to think that that's normal, that's crazy.
But you weren't like a bully, like, oh, this kid.
I didn't go out of my way to hurt people's feelings.
Right.
And I didn't say these things directly to their face, right? So like if it was like passive roasting. That's what it was. Right? So
right.
I never went, you got a stain on your shirt, you big baby. I never did shit like that, right? It was always like.
That would be very mild, actually.
Very mild. I couldn't even think of anything. Because I'm not a bully, I guess. So I don't even know.
I hope no one ever thought I was a bully to them.
I don't know.
I mean, man. I can't even think. But hey, if anyone was ever bullied by me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel
you
bad.
You deserved it.
I don't feel so bad about bullying, like because I wasn't one, but like I feel bad that I wasn't better towards certain people that deserved it.
Hindsight,
you know
right?
What I mean? Right? Like because there's like, just like when people got hurt and then I just walked past. and I think about that shit. I'm just like, why? I could have helped that person, and I'm just like, fuck. But I was a kid, so like I'm a man now, so like
now you would handle things differently.
of course, yes, absolutely.
I think that that's acceptable. I mean, because there are people, we were bullied very viciously by certain people.
Sure. Yeah.
And like it, so many times it was, you know what? Thinking back, they're dead now, so we win. But it's sad still.
It is sad. That's obviously not something I'm like celebrating.
No, of course not. But the one kid, I think I might have said this before. He came to my work,
right,
with his friends to fight me when I worked at Mickey D's. And I was like, I got friends too. I don't need any of them. I'm not scared of you. I'm like, okay, let's go. So I walk out the back door. He walks out the front door. Square up. Manager comes out. No, we're not doing this. You're working. You're getting paid. You're not getting paid to get beat up or fight or whatever she said. And I was like, all right. I guess, hey, sorry. Not today. I go in. Then he worked at Petro Canada, which was right in the same parking lot. So
really?
Yeah. So I go to his work. I can't remember how much longer it was. I'm like, hey, I'm here now. And he's like, I'm not going to fight you when I'm at work. Dude, I'm at work. I'm like, yeah, and you also have no friends here right now.
Right.
You're by yourself. Of course you're not going to. You're super brave when you... Which made me think, because I used to be not necessarily afraid of him, but afraid of...
I didn't want to ever get jumped.
Yes.
That was...
And since he had friends who would be okay with doing that, I was like, not cool with that. However, I decided I'm not going to put... I've been punched before. I know what it feels like. I don't want it to happen again, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's way better when you can fight with other people, but it's especially better because remember when we went to that movie and
with that crazy
our
kid,
best friend, so crazy kid and so the big kid who was 18,
right,
and we were 13 and 14.
Really? We were that young.
I was in grade 9. So 14, because this is the first date I went on with Ashley.
Group date. I was on a date with Alyssa.
Yeah. So, and Kyle, our good friend, was on a date with whatever that girl's name was. Anita.
I have no idea.
Anita, something like that. Anyway.
Anita? Ew. I don't like that name. What?
Dude, they lasted only like a week.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks.
That's
dude,
funny.
He had a lot of girlfriends that didn't work out. Anyway.
What a weird thing to put him on blast for. Dude, so what?
Dude, he's one of my best friends, so... I haven't seen him in a long time, but still, I still consider him one of my...
I've seen him.
Yeah? Well, say, dude, what's up? Josh says, hey. Dude, I love that guy.
Dude, so that kid was like talking shit or whatever.
Yeah, so what happened is the little kid, the 16-year-old or however old he was, says, hey, I have a problem with Kyle. Come help me beat him up because Kyle is freaking, what's that guy that Vinnie Jones plays on X-Men? On the Juggernaut. Dude, that's Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
He can beat up anyone.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Kyle was, very...
Dude, not scared of anyone.
Not scared of anybody.
Dude, I remember one time...
Pain just didn't seem to like...
No, jumps off the school roof. he's like, yeah, gonna do a...
Front lateral.
We didn't know how to do backflips.
Right.
So he says, I can do a front flip. Okay, anyone can do a front flip. It's not as scary. It's way easier to do a back flip.
I agree.
But it's less scary to do a front flip. Anyways, this is easy. Goes up onto the school. No hesitation. Fucking runs. Jumps off. Does a front flip. I think he thought he was going to tumble, tuck and roll, kind of land. Busts his arm. Just breaks it. And then, it hurt him, but he was fine. Freaking idiot. Anyway,
Yeah, so he's not scared of much.
He's not. He's probably still not. He should be, because now there's consequences.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, we get out of the theater. I don't know how these kids knew we were there.
Yeah.
But this 16-year-old and like this 18-year-old, they come out and they're friends now. Actually, the
Really?
big guy and Kyle are friends now.
Huh.
Yeah, I forget what his name is, but he like comes out and I don't know exactly what. Like I was confused.
I was confused.
Why
too.
do these kids? What's going on? And then they start like beaking, and I'm like, all right, well, this is probably not good. And I remember, like, this guy was big. Like, I was like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But I like unzip my jacket so he can't like grab it and fling me around so easily. Zzz. And then he goes, "What are these your friends?" And then I remember you just stepped up too. You're like, "I'm not scared of you." Like the attitude.
Right.
I was scared as shit.
I was super scared.
But I was like,
Dude, I had to have my friends back. That's what it was like.
Exactly. Because he I don't know.
Dude, if they would have thrown hands, dude, I would have jumped in immediately.
Oh, me too. I think it would have been because the littler guy, he wasn't little, but the other guy was giant. But the younger guy, he's the one who had the problem, but he was scared to fight Kyle by himself, so he didn't. He gets this guy who doesn't even know Kyle, and then it caused a beef for like years. I remember one time it was just me and him, I think, and I think we were walking to his house from school. That guy comes out of, I don't know, the forest, and he starts running at Kyle. And then this is the only time that I saw Kyle like be like, okay, we can't do this because like this is kind of dangerous. And I can't remember why. Maybe he had a bat or something.
Man, we got to have him on the show.
Yeah. I think he had a bat, I think. So Kyle runs to the cop shop, which is like right there, kind of. Runs to the cop shop. Freaking buddy runs right past me. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So then I start running behind the guy who's running after Kyle. And then Kyle rings the doorbell thing of the cop shop. No, this guy's following me. I don't know. He's got a bat. And then once he does that, freaking buddy, he runs into the Pertissa or whatever. He runs into the forest again. And I was just like, dude, I was like, got sketch shakes, right? I was just like,
that's adrenaline, I think, right?
And I was just like, dude, why was he doing it? Like, I didn't know what to do, but I was like, we're going to get killed by a baseball bat today. But
dude, your adrenaline was pumping.
Yeah, and I was chasing him who was chasing Kyle.
That's
so like
hilarious.
What if he turned around and stopped? I would have ran the other way.
Run and jump and then kick him.
Yeah, just whoop. Anyway, I don't even know how we got on this subject.
We're talking about the movie theater and how...
Yeah, why did I even bring that up?
That was fearless. Well, the beef between...
Oh, bullies.
Right.
That guy was a bully for a while to him. I don't like getting punched. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell a story of when I got punched, but sidebar.
I don't like getting punched. I don't like getting...
many times, but I have not in like at least 10 years.
It's been a minute. I've been punched in the face in a minute.
Right.
I'll say that.
I haven't been punched anywhere for a long time, I don't think.
I have.
Anyway, so yeah, that guy's bizarre. For me, I actually couldn't think of anyone where I was like, oh, this is super bizarre. But I was thinking of like bizarre instances.
Sure.
More so. There was a guy who I worked with at the styrofoam plant. We called him Axl Rose because he vaguely resembled Axl Rose. Not even really, but kind of. And he had a beard. And I mean, Axl Rose has had like beard, I'm sure. And maybe he's even had a big beard. But I just think of Axl Rose with like clean shit. Like young Axl Rose. Right,
of course.
This guy, he would come in late every day. He had a moped like a bicycle, like a bicycle that had like a gas motor on it, right? And he smelled like fumes every day, like exhaust fumes. And he would have shredded pants, right? He had a ponytail, he wore a bandana, had his own safety glasses instead of like the ones that everyone wore with like the standard, like that look like those like bike safety glasses, you know, the kind that have that shape. They're like, anyways,
I don't know.
The standard ones that you see, but and I also see like people who ride like those stupid Tour de France bikes.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
God.
Yeah.
I hate those glasses. Anyways, he had those glasses, right? Or he didn't have those glasses. He had his own glasses that were more like, I don't know. I feel like this kid is like a kid who collects swords, you know? He had that
like
vibe.
Smeagol.
Yeah. To sword fight his cousin. Yeah. So, anyways, to paint that picture of him, right? You just think Nirvana t-shirt or whatever band. It's probably not Nirvana. I don't know. Okay, this guy, for some reason, this actually reminds me of another guy who was also bizarre. Way more bizarre, actually. Okay, but anyways.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Wasn't that like a
song from the 90s? Yes.
Yeah.
Walking from the hunter. I don't know the actual words. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
He died.
He died?
He died before he saw any real fame. How bizarre.
So anyway, this guy. Oh, now I'm reminding you of this other guy. There was this one guy, Vuluv or something was his name. Vuluv, I think.
Man, you're exposing all the names.
How are you gonna find that guy? Vuluv, get out of here. That's not even a real name,
dude. I don't know.
I mean, it is his name. I probably sang it wrong too. He would put his name on all the equipment, like it was like he'd put, okay, this is my pen, this is my tape measure, this is my knife, this is my whatever stuff that probably is his. But then he would put his stuff on like
forklifts.
No, he didn't do that. But you know what's hilarious? I put his name on a forklift.
Really?
Yeah. I even put it on I had to drive a, what do you call it? Skyjack, like a scissor lift.
Yeah.
I put his name on a whatever you call it. On a like an AC unit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I put it on the freaking
dude, that's hilarious.
thing. Anyways, so the Axl Rose guy, I don't remember his actual name, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Dude, when he came in, he had like, who could I describe him as? He had like this almost Jim Carrey type strut, but not you know, like the Pet Detective where he does that.
Yeah.
Right? Not quite as exaggerated as that, but like, dude, this guy thought he was so cool.
Okay.
Like, I feel like he thought everyone saw him walking in slow motion.
Right.
He would do everything like super animated is kind of the wrong word, but like if he needed to open like his locker, right? He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do like a normal. He'd go like this. He'd be like, right? He would do weird shit like that, right? And he'd pull out his lunch, and he brought a big ass cooler for lunch.
So cringe. That's a look at me.
Yes, and he was so weird. He wasn't on my shift, so
that's so cringe to me.
Yeah. Okay, but this other guy, okay, his hair, I'm pretty sure he could take it off like Lego.
What?
It was so gelled into a ski jump hairstyle, right? Gelled even his sideburns, everything just.
Yeah, he must be one of those guys where he right out the shower and then just immediately on everything.
Well, yeah, but it was forward and then it was up. Just super gelled up. Like he could go like this with his hair. Like it looked like it was plastic. Like not literally. He worked in
dude, that's hilarious.
He didn't work in the styrofoam part, he worked in the hard plastic. So I saw him only during the day. But then his position got axed. They stopped doing that. Needing two people to do it. So they just had the old guy do it. So he comes on our shift. And so I got to teach him how to do stuff, or I get to know him and stuff, which is fine. And then he's just an odd duck. One day,
why are you looking at me? What about him?
That kid, frick, I couldn't stand that.
Very strange kid.
God,
He had that huge fucking
that scar.
huge scar. Hey, dude, what happened to your? Don't look at it. Whoa, dude, I'm just trying to like, dude, I tried to get to know him, but he was like not
He
having
was a pain in the ass. Yeah, a real dickhead actually. But I think maybe he just was self-conscious maybe about it.
Yeah, well, his last name isn't flattering at all.
May as well have been.
Oh, anyways,
So anyway, so this guy is weird, but not in a weird way. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyways, he comes in with a different car one day. And
Very
I'm like,
weird.
I'm like, hey, it's so strange. Hey, what happened to your car? He's, I just got hit by a semi.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
you got hit by a semi? What do you mean? Because you're alive. He's like, oh yeah, no, that's why I got a new car. Yeah, okay. What do you mean you got hit by a semi? So I almost got hit by a semi on the same stretch of road by a cement truck, really. So a semi truck, but a cement truck. Or if you're American, it was actually a semi truck. Anyways, it was a
stupid.
it was a curve, right? And the speed limit used to be 80 there. Now it's 60.
Yes.
They widened the road and they lowered the speed limit by 20K.
Yeah, whack.
Yeah, I still go 80.
so
Sometimes
do
I
I.
even go 100.
I
And the reason why they did it is because big trucks couldn't take the turn at 80. They'd have to cut into the oncoming traffic lane to be able to make it
Right.
around the curve. And that happened to me one time for sure, probably several times. I knew I was going to die. I was just like, Mom! And then I was like, you know what? Speaking of Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. And I just missed it. And I was like, whew.
that's scary as hell.
So close. He didn't even stop. I don't even know if he saw me. He cut it so far that I was basically in the ditch.
That's ridiculous.
I think he must have gotten distracted phone or something. I don't know, because that's way too much.
Right.
Or maybe he had his concrete sloshing in there and he didn't want to, right? If he took the corner too tight or something. I don't know. Anyway, so this kid, that's not what makes him weird. That is one of the things that how he was so nonchalant about literally getting hit. So he got hit by, he hit not the front of the truck, but the back wheels of the truck.
So it's the trucker's fault.
Oh yeah, and he smashed into it. Survived.
Holy shit.
Came back to work with a different car. He's fine. Anyway, one day we're in lunch, right?
Pretty traumatic.
He didn't seem bothered by it at all.
Yeah, right.
He didn't seem like it. So, anyways, one day we're at lunch, and there was another girl who came onto our shift, and he liked her, and she liked him, I think, but he didn't have a cell phone, and he wasn't willing to get one. So she said, well, then I don't want to date you, which is such a weird reason to not date someone. So she's like, I'm like, so why doesn't she want to date you? He goes, yeah, it's because I don't want to get a cell phone. So I guess we'll just be friends with benefits. And when he said that, you got to think of this guy as just like, he's never talked like that ever, that I've ever known him. And that's not super crass or anything, but I was so taken aback. I was taking a drink. Jarrett's sitting on the other side of the table of me.
Right.
It's a conference table. And it's not a can, it's a cup of iced tea. That was one of the things that the company gave everyone was iced tea. I'm like, and all this water or iced tea, Jarrett's just there. Oh, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry, laughing my head off at this guy. And then I'm laughing because I spit freaking drink all over Jarrett, which is gross, but like it's still funny.
Right.
So now he's all sticky and wet. This guy is just talking about friends with benefits with the girl. And I was just like, dude, what? If you could just, I wish I could paint a better picture of what this
Were they
was
friends with benefits?
I have no idea. I never followed up.
Dude,
He kind of looked like, what's his name from A Christmas Story?
I don't remember.
The guy who the BB gun shoots himself in the eye.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember him. That's about it.
That kid.
Really?
He looks like him, but older.
Dude, I had a...
Same glasses. Not the same glasses, but...
I worked with somebody that resembled him as well. That's funny.
Well,
That's
anyways.
strange.
Oh, the Axl Rose guy. Sorry. So, the thing that I thought made him super, like, bizarre. So, the other guy who wrote his name all over everything.
Right.
I was talking to Vulu. This guy, the Axl Rose guy, he would be like squirrely. I don't know if squirrely is the right name. So like there is scarcity. Scarcity is a word, right?
Like
with like pencils, pens,
right,
rulers, tape measures,
limited.
Everything was, so he would have like 18 knives just in his stash spot. Like, dude, this is why he's like, I'm like, why do you have all these here? And he'd be like, well, it's, so I always have one. I'm like, dude, this is why no one ever has one, because you have them all, dick.
Dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
He took them all.
He'd just drive in on his stupid moped.
Oh, the same guy.
Yeah. He'd come downstairs with his big ass boots and his stupid walk in like
dude,
this.
no way.
Yes. Muscle shirts, t-shirts with the sleeves cut off, kind of like how you do, but like just, I don't know. And then he had this tattoo that was like something super like badass, but like in a freaking kids movie badass.
It would have been even better if he just had one sleeve rolled up.
So everyone could see that he's tatted.
Yeah, just he has the tattoo, right?
Yeah. And he stole my freaking ice cream. I bought fudgesicles. I keep them in the freezer there. And I bought peanut butter and jam and loaf of bread, and he stole my freaking ice cream.
I don't understand how, if you know that you didn't bring that into work, that how do you have permission to can eat it?
Yeah. And I was generous. I gave everyone.
I don't get it. What in your brain goes, yeah, okay.
I guess this is for me too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to ask those people that question.
Dude, I love those stories of people who like spike their their drink or like dose their freaking.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
Who's the guy who's now taking a dump every 5 minutes because he has XX brownies, or is high out of his gills because he's had some pot?
That's so funny.
That is hilarious.
That's so good to me. All right. So the question is, wedding crashed?
Oh, yeah. So I wrote that down, but the thing was like, have we ever crashed anything? Have we ever...
Oh, have you crashed a party or...
an event, or snuck in somewhere, or had any sort of like, hey, I don't belong here, but I'm here and I'm getting away with it?
Okay, that's a good question.
I'm sure we can come up with something by the next time we get together here. Guys, let us know your bizarre things. I couldn't think of anyone where like it really like conveys like in my head.
That pedophile was weird. We've told about him.
Same vibes. Axl wrote. Sorry, that's not fair to say. Not same vibes in the pedophile. He definitely, I hope at least, was not a pedophile. But that he did that shit. He didn't do that, but he just his mannerisms and stuff was just very like, I'm always alert. You know, I'm always I know what's behind me at all times, sort of deal.
You don't need to watch my 6. I got it.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably something he would say. Probably.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did he smoke?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but and he just, I don't know. And he would ride the forklift, and he would, just so annoying. Just so everything about him. He would start early, like a freaking bootlicker, and just.
He would start early. Oh no!
Why are you starting early? Don't start early. No, you don't owe this company anything.
I guess
they're paying you to work this time to this time. Don't start early. You look like a freaking clown. I mean, good work ethic is good work ethic. I just hated this company. So like,
right.
I ran into the boss man, the owner. His name was unimportant, I guess, at the tire shop. I'm like, hey, boss man. And he goes, because he recognizes me, because I was the freaking best on my crew. I was the only person in the history of that whole company ever, even when it was easier, because they upped the numbers. Right. Even when it was easier, no one has ever gotten 99% efficiency for a whole month, or as an average. I would have gotten like 100 and something percent efficiency if I didn't have 2 days. One of them was like 34% and one of them was like 20 something percent because I had issues those days. And I still had 99% efficiency average. This fucking dick. Anyways, I see him at the tire shop and I'm like, hey, boss man, do you remember me? I used to work for you. And he goes, oh, yeah. You're, I'm like, yeah, I'm Josh. And he's like, oh, how are you doing? And I was like, better. Dude, that's I hated that job. You know what's funny? There's this song, you know, oh, the boss is coming.
Yeah. Isn't that an Aussie song?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Okay. I must be tripping.
So it was popular when I worked there.
Then definitely it's not.
No. Jarrett he said that when he saw Boss Man come down, because he would work in the office upstairs and he'd come down the stairs and he'd put on his safety glasses, he'd just be like, oh, I guess got these perfectly clean safety glasses that would never put in his ear. Just annoying. The way he'd put in his earplug, I was nitpicky because I didn't like working for him. Anyway.
Right.
Why? Who cares how you put in your earplugs? But for it, I just hated it. Or when he'd wear the earmuffs, dude, get out of here, you fucking doorknob. Anyways, that song, Jarrett would hear that playing in his head when he would see him or his brother. There was two owners, let's say, of this company, and one of them, they both had like radio receiver ears, like real big ears, and maybe that's why I didn't like the way he put in his earplugs. I don't know, no. But just. Here's something that just pissed me off. I don't know why I'm going down this road here, but one day we get a new machine, a big vaulted billet machine. It makes big styrofoam blocks that were 4 feet by 4 feet. Our old one, which they still used, made I think 3 foot by 4 foot billets. But the 4 foot by 4 foot, it's way bigger. It's way more efficient. It just doesn't take up as much square footage because it's standing up rather than sideways or horizontal. I'm still getting used to it. I don't know how to use this machine. It's all animated, or what do you call it? Like electronic, right? But it brought me back to my McDonald's days when I tried to learn how to do the drive-thru, and I was just like, why there's so many menus?
Yeah, that really...
Just put everything on one screen so I can be like, okay, this is where this stuff... Oh, you want a drink? Go into the drink menu. Oh, you want a soft drink? Go into the soft drink menu. Oh, you want diet? Go into the diet menu. Dude, put all the drinks right here. Then I can press the drink.
Dude, they tried to get me to learn the freaking Dairy Queen one where they hadn't updated it since 1975. Yeah. So, like, there was nothing. It was all just color coded, so you had to learn what the colors were, and then you had to I was like, dude, they tried to train me, and it took me like 7 minutes to take one order. They're like, you're in the back. I was like,
that's happened to me at McDonald's because I was cursing out loud, and I forgot to turn off my headphone or my whatever you call it headset, right. So they heard it in the parking lot in the drive-thru. So I was like, this freaking thing, right? But
dude, I used to when I was in drive-thru, I used to go because you had to say your name for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe it's if they had a complaint or
this was also in Chicago, so like this is America, so it was different.
They like to do that there.
They're like, hey, this is your name.
The windy city of names.
It's like welcome to McDonald's. My name is whatever. Can I take your order, please? Something like that, right? Okay, so this is what I would say. I would go like this. I go, and like fucking nobody ever picked up on what I was doing, except for the people that heard me in the on the headset as well.
Right.
Which was the management that told me to stop doing it. But I would go, welcome to McDonald's. This is Johnny Cash speaking. How may I help you? How can I take your order? And then I would say something like, I said Pikachu, I said Goku, I said
Just all
Johnny
these
Cash,
random
all these freaking random names that are obviously not mine, but.
I would occasionally.
Can you
do
please
random stuff too,
just use your real name, please? Yeah.
Yeah, so they got me off of that. And then I was in the back as well at Mickey D's. But I did drive through at our other place that we worked at the Cowboy Hat. I did that one.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? What was I talking about? What even got me here? Boss Man with the freaking...
Oh, yeah. I'm better. You're doing better?
Yeah, what the heck? What was that? Oh, yeah, so... Is that something that made me hate this company more? I was already soul drained because my direct superior, I could not stand him. Should I say his name or not?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Okay, so
Why would you?
just okay. What is a very royal or very important sounding name?
Richard,
Okay, so
aka Dick.
so he had a name that is like it can be shortened to a whatever, or it could be Richard. Richard's not the one I'm thinking of. Like it's two on the note.
Matthias.
Matthias.
Yeah, it's a royal name.
Short is Math. What?
Matthew.
Okay, Matthias. Okay, so for example, let's say that the short version is Matt. Okay,
Sure.
so he would go by Matt, but his real name is Matthias Mateo. It's both the long versions of, not, it wouldn't be Matthew, but
Right, I know what you mean.
his real name,
Don't say it.
his fake, when
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, so when I found it, I'm like, oh, your name is Matt. And he's like, yeah, but my real name is Mateo. I'm like, oh, freaking Mateo. That sounds very distinguished. And he's like, yeah, but it's actually Mateo Matthias. And I'd be like, no, it's not. But it actually was his first name. He had two first names as his first name, and they were both the cool version or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And even that bugged me.
That bugged you? What?
Because he bugged me. So remember how I was saying all the pens and stuff were getting disappeared by freaking what's his name? So someone stole my pen, which is everyone's pen. You're supposed to leave it there. And I said, stop stealing my pen, bitch.
Right,
that
you got in
note.
trouble.
I got in trouble because a girl who took the machine over from me of the next shift, someone who wouldn't have even took my pen, it would have been the shift before me.
Right.
So, but she told her boss man, who told my boss man, because it's shift work, right?
Of course.
So I would have been talking to whoever was before me, which is freaking Axel Rose.
Right. Which they probably should.
Actually, no, Axel was on her shift. Actually, no, it would have been whoever it was. Anyways, my pen was gone. So I said that. And then I got in trouble for calling someone a bitch. And I was like, I'm not calling anyone a bitch. I'm calling this. Stop. He goes, come to my office. As soon as I get there, come to my office. Oh, shit. Go to the office. He's like, is there anything that maybe you think you did that you shouldn't have done?
No.
No? I'm like, what, am I going to rat on myself?
Yeah.
No.
What the hell?
And he goes,
Oh, he read it.
did you write that? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. He's like, you can't call people bitches. I'm like, I'm not calling them a bitch. I'm like, you know Dave Chappelle? And he's like, no. I'm like,
Oh my God, really?
you don't know Dave Chappelle? I'm like, Rick James, bitch? You think he's calling anyone a bitch? No, he's not. I'm Rick James, bitch. Like, he's just, bitch is the energy. Don't steal my pen, bitch. Like, I'm not calling, anyways, I tried to explain that to him. I'm like, I didn't call her a bitch. All right. And it was like, this was going on for like 10 minutes. I'm like, and I wasn't even talking to whoever came next. I was just frustrated. And I said, stop stealing my pen, bitch. Right. And then he's like, so you didn't call nobody a bitch? I'm like, no, I'm calling the situation a bitch. He's like, would you, he's like, do you talk to your your friends or your family like this? I'm like, yeah, it depends on who they are because it's kind of funny. I'm like, I didn't call anyone a bitch. Whatever. I'm arguing for a long time. He says, okay, well, I got to write you up. And I was like, you're going to write me up because I wrote a note to nobody? I'm like, I didn't call anyone a bitch. Picks it up. Stop stealing my pen, bitch. And he freaking writes me up with a literal write-up. Anyway.
Oh, frick.
Anyway, this new machine, right? New billets, whatever. I don't know how to work it. I'm trying to do the menus, whatever. I can't really figure it out. So I accidentally there's white styrofoam and there's black styrofoam. I accidentally left the black hopper open. And so it was a mix of black and white. And it's only supposed to be white. And usually you go through a couple billets where there's like speckles of black because it stays in the system. Oh yeah,
didn't they end up start using that technique?
Yes, they made a new product that they called Dalmatian billets. And I was like just you ever see American Psycho? And
no, I haven't seen it.
Okay, but you've seen the memes?
Yeah.
Okay, where Christian Bale's just like, dude, I had like 1,000-yard stare of freaking I was like...
Right, because you got in trouble for that?
I got in trouble because it cost $1,000. Each billet cost $1,000 for that product. If it was a higher density, like if it was something like Type 5, which is like, it's like 5,000 pounds. I don't know how much it is. It's not 5,000 pounds. It's like 1,000 pounds maybe. Or you can get the light styrofoam. What you would think is styrofoam can be light, right? But styrofoam can be mad heavy. If I would have made the super dense stuff, like stuff that they put under like skyscrapers and stuff, that would have been like probably $5,000 or $6,000 as raw material cost. But I didn't. It was like a Type 1 or 2 or something like that. Luckily.
So did you say anything?
Yeah, I said to my boss, man. I didn't say it to the boss is coming. I didn't say anything to him. But I should have. I should now. I should go there. I'd be like,
let's go right now.
Hey, it's open because it's round.
Like, hey, remember that time when, I'm here for revenge.
I should go in there one day and be like, hey, I used to work here.
Dude, it would be nice if you could buy the company.
Yeah, but then I would feel obligated to make it a nice work environment. That's probably expensive.
No, I would buy it out from whoever owns it, and then I would burn it to the ground. And then just in spite of those people, and then have all those people that used to work there jobless. And then I would blame it on the boss.
How would I just sell whatever is the opposite of styrofoam? What would that be? Rock, something that's heavy, boulders.
I don't know, styrofoam.
I don't even know, like, because it's a building material. What else is it? Concrete. I sell concrete, the heaviest building material versus the lightest building material. Yeah, I just sell concrete, steel beams and such.
Don't even do that. Just
how about don't do any of it because I definitely can't afford to buy that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're not looking to sell because like they just expanded it. Like because when I see it on the highway, I'm like, oh look at that, they freaking built this. I remember one time because this is how I met our boss man when we were framing.
Right.
He worked there. And because he had his issues, and so he had to get a job. And he comes in, and he's like, "Man, this is light work." He's like, "I can't believe you guys think this is hard." And I'm like, "It looks like it's not hard, but it's hard to get numbers like mine. You're not gonna do that for a while." Because I had the best. I was always the best. Not every day, but like consistently. I broke so many records. But then our boss man. He broke my freaking record, which was so impressive at the time. And I was like, how? But he beat it after I didn't work there anymore.
Oh.
And I'm like, of course he did. I'm like, there's no how. Like, the insole works. It was like you had to glue these styrofoam things. I came up with this system that was like so quick. Like,
damn, for a company that didn't appreciate you.
Yeah. And like they don't implement that. You can be a slow, like some things are like, okay, 80% efficiency is what you want. Right, that's what you're striving for because it's hard to get 80% efficiency for the night or day or whatever. On these insole works, like people were lucky if they got 40% because they just took so long to do because they were hard to do because there's like these metal forms, right, that were like a U kind of, but they had lips, and then you put a U-shaped styrofoam thing in there, and you had to glue it in with expanding foam. So you spray the expanding foam, then you put it in there, and you had to put it, and it's hard to like spread them apart and stick it in there, and then once it's glued, it's stuck. So you have to make sure that it's like straight, or you have like 2 seconds to move it over, or maybe 5 seconds to move it over into place. And so you have a rubber mallet so you can smack it and stuff, right? All this stuff. And I was like, I still don't understand how he beat my record, because like if you look at the record sheet for my machine, there's like me, every single one. Insulworks, every single one. So now it's him and then me. If anyone beat me now, I will still be surprised. Like, you can't get better than what I did. Like, you just can't, because I thought I got every bit of discrepancy solved. Unless I have a new guy helping me, then whatever. But if it's 2 experienced guys, done, stack it, done, strap it, I'm going to keep going, whatever. Have all the cans of stuff ready so you don't have to stop nothing.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah, but getting your name on that board was the only thing that made the job worth it. And they knew that. And then Jarrett, he had this BM4, it was called. Big Machine 4, it was called. I did BM3. I was a freaking master. I was the best. BM4, could not get it. Did not even care. As soon as I was like, this is too shitty, I'm not even going to try to get better at it.
You know what's hilarious? Sorry. Continue. I thought you were finished your thought.
He got a record too, 120% efficiency, which people got like 30% efficiency, 40.
So then the boss man sees that it's doable, and then
he goes, "Oh, looks like 80% efficiency is now like what used to be 80% efficiency, or sorry, 100% efficiency is the new 80% efficiency." So you have to do 20% better now. That was it. First they came down. What would you call it? The supervisor above the supervisor comes down. And he goes, yeah, last night or whatever time, yesterday it looks like you entered in your numbers wrong because it says it was 120%. It's unheard of, right? He actually skipped his lunch too because he was on a roll and he wanted just to get the highest number possible. And he goes, your numbers are way high. Like, what is up with that? And then he goes, no, that's the real numbers. I actually got all that. Shows him like his, because you have to write it down too. He's like, yeah, I got all of that, whatever. And they go, oh, okay. No, thank you. No, nothing. Just, oh, hey, guess what? The new percentages are adjusted. Like, dude, I don't know how many times they adjusted it for my machine, but I was too good. I was too good for them. Anyway,
wow,
what were you going to say? We'll close with what you were going to say.
No, I don't even remember.
Screw that company.
Wow, that was quite the...
Screw Axl Rose, steals my ice cream and hides all the freaking...
Dude, you went off on those people for like 15, 20 minutes.
It was arguably the worst time of my life. I worked there for 2 years and I was miserable. And I only worked there because my other folks in my life were like, hey, you need to get a real job. Because I was like trying to be my own thing, right? Like I've always wanted to be something different because I don't know. And I just, I could not stand it. And I did it anyway. I just held on to that and I got good at it. Because like, I'm just...
Dead end jobs, man.
That's exactly what it is. They had the highest turnover, especially our shift with our boss man had the highest turnover. Because I quit. Because why did I quit? Our boss man, I convinced him. I'm like, dude, you should hire me for your company. So we did a framing job, got carbon monoxide poisoning. Freaking almost died, went to the hospital, skipped a few days of work, got in trouble for skipping. Like, dude, I almost died. Give me a break here.
Right.
Like, I wasn't like, oh, I don't feel like going to work. I was like,
I'm dying.
So, and I did go to work that day that I got carbon monoxide poisoning. I just had to go home because like I had carbon monoxide poisoning already before, a couple years before, and so I knew
what it was.
And I was dying. I was literally dying. And so I was like, no, I can't do this. Anyways, so that boss man, I was like, hey, let's, and by the way, he did not try to give me carbon monoxide poisoning. It happened, and it was a mistake, and no one's fault, really. My fault. He could have gotten it too, honestly.
Your fault for breathing.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate that just the ventilation wasn't good. Anyway, so, you know, it'd be funny if we just put a bunch of stuff all over the place. So they're like, what did we miss?
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Just like everything's disheveled and just like, what? Sorry, folks. Merial isn't here today, so he couldn't tell us, like, hey, stop recording. Give me a second while I reset it up. So unfortunately, I don't know where it cut off, but it cut off. And I don't remember what we said. And so you missed it. Hopefully everything made sense enough where you can put it together on your own. I don't even know if we pulled next show's topic or not. It's going to be a surprise if we don't, but maybe it's in there. I don't know. There it is. If you want to know what we're up to before next show, why don't you check out the links in the description. We got our own individual channels, which is probably how you know us. But if you know us because you just stumbled upon this and you're like, what is this, some podcast about these two dudes? Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. Let us know about how you found us or whatever and what you think, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, what the? I guess.
I mean, I don't know. That sounds kind of dumb. Like, how important are we that we must know?
Well,
I don't want to sound pretentious.
I guess.
I guess. Also, we got new merch, as you see Jakota wearing. Go check that out.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we got that and how many different colors? Like 5?
7.
Colors? 7 colors. And there will be new designs coming up in time, but that's what we have for now. Thank you to Lauren for coming up with the freaking logo. We really like it.
This is the best.
It's pretty cool.
I really like this shirt.
Yeah, me too. So there's going to be links. That's why I'm wearing this one. That has nothing on it.
Link in the description?
Yeah, link in the description to all of that.
Cool.
Thanks for watching. Man, what a bummer.
Yeah, that does kind of suck, huh? Oh well. It is what it is.
It went long anyway.